changes based on that.
It'll be something to watch for, and I think it's going to be interesting as we see this smoke up by Nigma making that same type of play that we saw in the last game. But one thing that I think is going to be really interesting to watch for is not only that, but these rotations of the Monkey King, because this has been kind of a Liquid special. We haven't seen that much success out of Monkey Kings and other players. Control going to walk on over and try and contest for this rune. Won't be able to get it.
Win together,
but it
slay
looks
together,
like they get 3 on
lose
Nigma?
together, win together,
Yeah,
slay
GH is coming back over to pick up the other.
This last one. And they've also scouted the lanes. I mean, they already knew. I'm a bit surprised they didn't. GH didn't go for the cheeky EXP snipe on the Enigma deny. I've seen that coming out a few times. I mean, Enigma, he hasn't been played that much. And Taiga, as we can see in the stat, he's one of the most played Enigma players, I think, in Europe in general. So I don't really know how this game is going to go at all.
All right, well, we'll watch it. I have already muted all of the players when the chat wheel spam came out, so you guys get to see it on the stream, but my feed is nice and clear. As, of course, the big frustrating part about playing into Enigma is going to be the fact that you just get less farm. Taiga's going to keep on denying out these range creeps every chance that he gets.
But he already got 3 denies on the first wave. Ooh. So he knows how to play this matchup. You can just play for these denies. Oh, the melt hit misses up pill or something there? I didn't quite see what happened, but that's a big deal because now Razor's going to free farm the rest of the creeps under his tower.
Very, very nice for Quakeva, who's already off to a very good start here. Like you said, 4-4. And Miracle, he's going to head on back over afterwards and farm up the smaller camp. As you can see, Kuro getting pushed back a little bit by Insania in that top lane as well. Nothing really to write home about, except for, of course, like you're talking about, that disparity that sort of exists mid. Some of that CS that you're going to be seeing on Miracle will be just by virtue of those small increase.
Sure, and he did get an additional bouncy rune over Quakeva. I mean, it's 3-2-1, so it's actually a 2 bouncy rune advantage there. So his net worth it's still quite good now. And this lane, I don't think it's that bad for TA. It's more of an in-game matchup thing.
Yeah, they got the courier kill there. That was nice. He's got all this vision in the area while he's farming, so he just gets some free kills there onto the courier by Taiga. So he's going to be perfectly fine farming out this area. Let's see if anybody comes to try and contest him. As you can see getting hit by that melt strike. Miracle has to back away for the moment. Super frustrating to play against the Razor.
He got the nice curse type. I like him playing in the enemy tower here, but he needs to go get this water rune. Okay, this is good. This is good. Because if you're going to play a jungler like Enigma, part of the strength is that you can basically go into the enemy jungle and check every lead. And this way, Quakeva gets top water rune and Miracle gets nothing.
Yeah, that is definitely frustrating there. So doing a little bit of rune control here and still just AFK kind of farming on the Enigma. Is Timbers not really losing out much for this at all? Currently only 7 CS on Boxy, but has been able to get to level 3. So in spite of the lack of farm that he's doing with Timber, he's at least getting some levels and starting to bring out some extra regen for himself.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He's got into that level 3. He's actually opting for a 1-1
towards mid. Miracle trying to get a little bit aggro, but then recognizes
bottom. With this gank mid, he influences one more lane, sort of to shift in Liquid's favor. It's a really big deal. We might see Miracle sort of get snowballed on this game. Oh, okay.
Yeah, GH able to pair together with LTW, and Boxy just getting a little bit too aggressive. Gets punished.
It's a really hard lane for Timbersaw. You can actually see LTW. I didn't see it, but I feel like they broke a lot of trees with Tether and Quelling Blade, which doesn't allow Timbersaw to usually, you know, chain around the trees and get away.
Again, this is, I feel like, what you need to do if you're Nigma, though, right? Like with a Nigma that is free-farming in the jungle as well. I just realized it's Team Nigma
Radiant's
and they're playing against
middle
Nigma.
tower is
This
under
is going to
attack.
be great tongue-tied Dota all throughout here. But it does kind of have that feeling like they need to keep this aggression onto Boxy.
Yeah, I agree. You need to punish the fact that Nigma's making those rotations, and this is a strong lane. Boxy, however, he's not doing bad. He got all the way to level 4. I feel like maybe it's an Enigma deny. Like, I didn't watch only this lane from the start, but I feel like they maybe could have punished him a bit harder than this. They did get the kill, so it helps, and he is only at 13 CS, so it's not like they aren't winning the lane or something. I just thought they might win it even harder than this.
Now, you can see that with a little bit of extra time and early start that we've seen from Mikke. It's Insania that's retreated back to the jungle, but also Miracle trying to clear out those other camp stacks. They're going to just both be kind of playing a little bit of PvE, it feels like. They were only able to get that one stack there on the Coddle. Kuro comes back up top with mind control. I don't know how much they can really do against this Monkey King, though.
Yeah, I think Monkey King, as a hero, in the last patch, he got a lot of armor. I think it means his laning is just very solid. The reason this hero is not picked as much, I mean, Liquid picked it, I think, in their game versus Tundra, I believe, and ended up losing the game. They did get like 10k advantage or something, or like 14k.
Radiant
structures 10 minutes, something ridiculous, and still lost. It's because it's like mid game, so we'll see how this lane translates.
GH getting pressured, but also they're bringing numbers over towards mid. They have a catapult wave here, and with Taiga bringing over those Eidolons, it's going to bring that tower down to about half HP. That is a lot of aggression, and Kuro actually has to make that big rotation in as well. So Boxy, in the meantime, down bottom, he's been able to pull this whole creep wave with himself.
Bottom tower
and they're also getting pressure onto the bottom tower. And yeah, you can see LTW now coming back in. They're doing a lot of things on Liquid to try and just like mess up these moves and make sure that the laning stage doesn't feel comfortable for Team Nigma.
Yeah, that's great because Boxy, he's gotten this double wave, pulled it all the way in front of his tier 1. He could sort of farm safely here. I say that they're just right clicking him. They do a lot of damage to him. But this is actually the Boxy classic, by the way. It's you buy 2 souls. Most operators they bring 1 soul. Boxy will always bring 2 souls, so he can just get eco a little bit more.
Gonna have to pop that one now because that is the downside to having this giant double wave. Is
Radiant's
it will stay underneath that tower, and with the catapult, it's gonna start to pressure.
Well, another courier site for Taiga though.
Yeah, and Boxy still hanging out with his salve, but this tower, I mean, this ends up kind of working against Boxy now. The fact that this catapult stayed alive for so long, it's down to 200 HP. But a chance for a turnaround. Taiga makes that move. ILTW getting all the heals in the world, but will it be enough? No. ILTW, he falls. GH not level 6, obviously, to get that relocate away. So really heads up stuff play coming here from Liquid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And as you mentioned, like that tower, if he doesn't rotate there, it would have died. I think maybe Boxy a little bit over ambitious to hold the double wave plus wagon in front of this tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just a free. You know, they're just position 5, just a boy trying to get some wards down.
Space created.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He just takes bottom tower. Yeah, was that 100 to 0?
Radiant's bottom tower.
I mean, they had a couple heroes on it with him, but yes, that basically was. It felt like there was some damage, but not a whole heck of a lot. And you can see Taiga coming and contesting this jungle of the Luna. ILTW doesn't have like free places to farm right now. It feels like everybody's all up in his grill.
Yeah, no, he had the good lane, but because of how Taiga
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They really swung the pendulum bottom. And now Koikwa, he has a DD bottom, he has a TP score up into 1. No. He has all the ability to make any play he wants on this map now. Boxy's even rotating to mid. This is a cool play. Just, you know, they gave something to Boxy, right? They allowed him some space, take that bot tower, and he immediately pays it back to his team by
walking away to farm
pressure.
jungle.
Yeah, walking away. Nah. I mean, I look stupid now. But I thought it was going to be a cool play.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's going to be the one that gives him that extra bit of farm and room.
I mean, all right. So he gave him the confidence and more support to take this tower. Exactly. That's what he gave back to his
There you go. Nicely played.
By like he still is sort of the sack core, right? Like he's lower than his Enigma by a lot. He's the lowest core by far in the game. So they're just continuing to give him a bit of space. Catching up with this double, triple stack.
This is a smoke now. Yeah, they're coming to try and take this. They don't pick up their garbage. I don't know. That's a very good question. As Miracle just comes in, snipes away those stacks, trying to take a couple more on his way out as well. Not going to connect, looking for the chase a little bit here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. They will just be able to
bully back Nigma out of their own jungle and starting to get a little bit of pressure on the mid, but it's really not much. And Sandy's like, guys, look, you dropped this. Take it, Foxy. Put it in your inventory. It's good for you.
I think Boxy he was too excited that he got the Ironwood tree. Always a favorite of Timbersaw players,
Dire's
it gives you
top
something to
tower is
latch
under
onto
attack.
with the Timber Chain.
Blessings.
Getting chased a little bit by Kuro here. Goes for the bushwhack play. I don't know if this is
Radiant's
the
middle
relocate,
tower
that's
is
why.
under attack.
Nice combo. They move on
Radiant's
in.
middle
and able
tower
to set
has
up for that
fallen.
kill.
Dire's courier
Oh, and he
has been
snipes a courier.
killed.
Really good heads up play by Crow. I didn't know what he was doing either, to be honest. He ran a solo and he's getting gone on, but here's a bushwhack here.
Yeah, trying to run away. This is a lot of pressure out from Quakefight. Has the plasma field back up again. Will it be enough? No. Kuro, he gets the scurry away. Very well done. And in the meantime, you can see that it's not really that substantial of a gold lead, but the sort of stratification of all this network is weird.
Look at the creep bottom. Croaky is missing onto this kobold for some reason.
Yeah.
It's just hitting him.
I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. Is it killing him?
Radiant
he was hitting it and
structures
he
are
was missing
fortified.
on it. I don't know what's happening.
Dire's top
is
tower
this low
is
ground
under
or something?
attack.
Sorry, back to the game. The more important part.
He just leaves the
I get really
kobold there.
caught on weird mechanics.
That's perfectly okay. They leave the kobold behind. That's not necessary.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under
They're even
attack.
going to glyph this wave for the moment. Trying to keep alive that top tower is what's going on as Mike controls pressure with the Mars. Kuro. Do have Sentry Ward down actually, so they spotted Quakefoot as he headed back up to the north, and they will retreat
Dire's top
away
tower
together
is under
now.
attack.
In the meantime, that mid tower did go down.
You get mid tower, but I feel like this top tower for Liquid, there's no way
Dire's
this tower
top
dies.
tower has
But they
fallen.
know relocate is on cooldown. They saw a couple of heroes.
And they take down Insania now.
It relocates back up, but it just felt weird. I guess they're scared of they're scared to overcommit resources. It's all
Arena trying to take him down. Mickey in some trouble here. Can they kill him off in time? Looks like the answer is yes. One last punch from LTW gets the job done.
Dire's top tower
Battle
is
back
under
and forth.
attack.
This one's looking like it's going to be close. Taiga moving in, wanted to find a black hole down to Miracle.
Radiant's
but
bottom
just a
tower
bit too
is
far
under
away.
attack.
And these two relocates, the first two relocates of the game, start showing why Wisp is such a feared hero against Team Nigma. I think this hero's not played by most teams, but it's always been auto-banned against
Radiant
Nigma. But
are scanning.
because of Miracle's play, actually, they banned out both Invoker and Lina this game, which allowed them to get the IO this game, and it's looking really good.
They need out of it, at least at the early going here. Miracle currently top net worth, and they do run into Boxy, but that is not an easy kill. They don't have certain heroes, although they move now on a Quakefoot. Oh, they got to be careful about that link. That's really scary.
Not.
So they won't go in for the chase down. How does Miracle keep doing this? Like, he's playing on like what everybody is saying is the quintessential counter to him in lane against the Razor, and he's still having such high net worth.
I mean, to us, I don't think Razor beats TA in lane that hard. We saw even in lane, Miracle would just go do some hard camp stack. It's hard for Razor to run in, especially as soon as TA gets level 6. It's really good as an in-game matchup, and it's a good tempo hero. We saw Quakefoot, you know, with that early TP bottom. That's because mid was going so well, right? Like Razor will still farm a lot. But a little bit of a low, I feel like. Maybe it's to do with the lineup. I mean, none of Liquid's cores do anything like the Mars, you know? Like, no one just sets up a fight for them. And it's looking to be a bit revealing because while Nigma, like, Liquid had the gold advantage, but Nigma has made all the recent moves.
Miracle walks away. He's over in the mid, but there's a
scanning.
smoke up coming right now from Liquid. LTW hiding out in the back. Miracle did just get his blink dagger delivered. Oh, he didn't get it off. Dual Scepter lift up, has the blink afterwards with the
Dire's
refraction.
top tower
It gets
is under
canceled out
attack.
there. Bushwhack afterwards. Trying to chase down, looking for the finish, and there
From GH there, just barely not timing out the relocate there. Honestly, it's very hard, and he might have been afraid that he had to mech his Luna there.
Radiant's bottom
What
tower
a great
has
punish by
fallen.
Quakefoot. You know, clicking that Yo, stopping to relocate. I said that they didn't have, like, it didn't feel like they had any moves to make because, you know, they have Timbersaw Razor cores, but they
Dire's
completely
top
proved me wrong
tower
because
is under
they picked
attack.
the Monkey King 1 position. What this hero does offer over other heroes is that he can come to these fights early and set up kills with Boundless Strike. It was the same actually in his game against Tundra, so I actually should have known this, but I didn't
Blessings.
realize. And Yeah, no, that looked fantastic. Just chaining kills, getting down control, taking this very early tier 2, so now you can take the enemy outpost. These are looking up for Liquid here.
They're doing what they need to do. And for Nigma, on the other hand, you know, a little bit of stress. They still have these top 2 net worth heroes. You've got the TA, you've got the Luna. We've seen them be able to carry with them before. The question is, are they going to be able to have those supporting casts in the position that they need to make it work? As Insania will just give his life away yet again. A nice pick off there by Miracle. This is what they need. Any of these little kills to start elevating that net worth a little bit.
Radiant are scanning.
Trying to run and find somebody here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They won't be able to catch up to Taiga, it looks like. Mind Control just takes out that creep wave. They take back over their outpost. And it does look like they're going to reset a little bit for the moment.
And I do want to mention that Miracle, I think he made a very good decision this game. You're playing TA with an IO Luna. There's not going to be enough farm on the map for both of you to hard farm. The usual TA build is just drag onto this 1 second bottom.
Looking for this now. They have that blink dagger on Taiga now.
There's not going to be... Oh.
Underneath the ward too. This could be an opening here. The rest of them are connecting. They want to try and run down anybody, but looks like Nigma, good read of the map. You've got this TA that's farming up top, and then the rest of them get out of bottom.
Yeah, and I think a lot of their ability to read the map is because of the fact that Miracle, instead of opting for that faster Desolator, he goes for Blink Dagger, and it allows you to push lanes further. So now there's all this info on top. It prevents his team from dying bottom, and it nets him to kill in the Coddle. Really good decision making from Miracle on the item choice.
So often, I feel like we've seen these games that can go the distance. Like, obviously, big win for Liquid being able to take out that bottom tier 2 tower and now just holding on to this outpost. But so often, it's been about like these item timings and teams actually getting those mid-game fights working in their favor. This doesn't feel like it's just going to be a complete and total wash, at least. You've got some avenues to fight for Nigma, but Liquid definitely a little bit more in control of the map at this point. Where do you see Liquid going now? Do you start thinking about a Roche? You've got the Solar Crest done on Nigma.
I think you should be content playing the map. It's not like you don't go for moves, but if you go for a big objective like Roshan into the Mars Arena Eclipse, it could end very badly for you. You sort of want to wait for your Enigma to get his time. Poke them in side lanes. You know, Monkey King's going BKB, Enigma's going BKB, Razor almost has his BKB, and then once you can all turn golden, you flip the switch and just, it's go time. Okay. Nigma do know about this though, so they're smoked up. They don't want to let Liquid get to BKBs for free.
And a quick jump in there. They find Insania yet again. So he will drop. Miracle again picks up that kill, but he was able to push out that top wave first. So they're kind of in this jungle without an objective to turn to. And down bottom, Taiga's keeping that pressure on. They're pushing out the mid wave as well. All across the board, Liquid doing a good job of just letting Insania die. That's sort of his lot in life at this point.
That is pretty much your goal. If you're waiting for a timing, like you can see he died there, but we saw the gold, the dip to went up to 3k for a second there, right? Despite the kill, because that's your job as a 5 position, create the space. Miracle does have the Desolator now. I would like to see Nigma sort of push the tempo by going for that Roshan. As long as they can maintain vision control and they don't get caught up by some insane black hole, I think it's a fine fight for them.
Be something to watch for as Mind Control. Ooh, right by Taiga. Spots the both of them. Oh, good blink away. Mind Control trying to chase, but can't quite catch up. Kuro hunting, gets him with the bushwhack. And will they be able to find the full punish? Sharpshooter comes out, a couple more catches, looking for the kill with the black hole to try and turn it. Oh, what? He got pushed out of it.
Dire
the blink away from Taiga.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
First black hole gets Taiga a kill. Looking to get away. He's underneath vision this entire time. Spear, he's alive on 38 HP. But in the meantime,
Roshan has fallen to the ring.
They get the Aegis for Miracle.
And that's an Aegis into
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Timing, but anytime you get a BKB on a core hero, you sort of feel like you want to go fight them. Anything that makes it unable for you to go fight them, like, you know, net worth disadvantage or an Aegis, makes you just feel a little bit worse because you have less options in Dota. You can't do exactly what you want. So now Monkey King and Razor have BKBs, but it's not clear what they want to do anymore.
Nigma, they're attempting
Dyer's
to get
turret
some
has
pressure
been
onto this
killed.
map, see if they can take down. That was a lot of denies in a row there.
Dyer's structures are
200
fortified.
damage and a courier snipe from a
My
billion range
thanks.
because that's how TA works now.
That's silly. That's absolutely silly.
Dyer's
But yeah,
middle
they're
tower
gonna
is
take
under
down this
attack.
tier 1 tower mid. I mean,
Dyer's
Black Hole
middle
cooldown, why
tower
not?
has fallen.
So Nigma finding their footing in this game number 3. Again, elimination on the line for both of these teams. And Miracle, he wants to go for the thing that people were talking about being broken for a while. He's queuing up that Aghanim Scepter instead of going for BKB.
I think it makes a lot of sense this game because you can look at ILTW's item choice as well. He's going for that early Hurricane Pike. If you look at the heroes on Team Liquid, both the Monkey King and Razor, they're really bad against carry mobility because you want to get these carries in your ring. Okay, he pikes out or pikes you out. Same for the static link where Miracle can just jump out of it with that psionic projection.
Radiant are scanning.
See, out of ILTW's 9 games, second lowest at this point. It has definitely been a tough one for ILTW.
They're finding Tiger.
But he's
Dyer's
still
top tower
one
is
of the
under
highest
attack.
in this game. And Tiger gets caught by the bushwhack. The turn, the burn, finish.
Radiant's middle
He goes
tower
down,
is
but up
under
top, they're
attack.
looking for ILTW now. See if they can
Dyer's
get him.
bottom
GH, he
tower
has the
has
relocate,
fallen.
hoping to get him out of there in a second, and they will. Oh, it's a good attempt there by Insania to get the blinding light to break the tether, but it won't happen. And that is going to be an IO dead. But ILTW, he'll live through it.
Yeah, Nigma will take that trade any day. I think the one win
Dyer's
condition that
bottom
is
tower
looming
is
this
under
game
attack.
is just no matter what happens this game, there are no real Enigma Black Hole cancels. So there are 2 counters left. There's Wind Waker and Aeon Disc. These are the only counters to Black Hole, but they're very hard to buy, to be honest. And Aeon Disc isn't even guaranteed. So as soon as he gets that BKB, they like no matter how this game goes, Liquid can always still win this game with like some good spellcasting.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
22 minutes in now, and Nigma have been able to secure all of the tier 1 towers across the map. They've got really good traps that are spread throughout. This has that feeling like, at least for now, they just want to control this map. And how close are we now? We're about 700 gold away from Miracle getting that Aghanim Scepter. So what's the play style that you want to do if you're a TA in this game with the Aghanims? What's he looking to accomplish with this?
I mean, you can join pickoffs anywhere, which is pretty crazy with an IO relocate as well, right?
Or who's catching who? Well, they're trying to find that finish on the Taiga, get the kill. Mind control, TP's out afterwards, and I think he's good. They were hunting up there, placed down a good ward, and managed to take down the Enigma.
Oh man, Kuroki gets out too. Just relocate, they're going for more here.
Looking for round 2 of this one. Insania in some trouble. These guys are crazy.
Dyer's middle
Comes
tower
out,
is under
Insania
attack.
dominating. GH dies right now. Oh, this is horrendous now for Nigma. And they're gonna lose. ILTW gets brought down. The greed.
The light.
The greed, owie.
Fear me.
That's a certain series of numbers coming out in Twitch chat right now, I believe. Because that entire play, like MC and Kuroki, they make this huge play. They force all of Liquid's heroes there. They kill off the crucial again, Enigma, slowing down his farm. But if you bring all the heroes there and then go to the same area again, you're basically asking them to kill you. Because you know exactly where they are. You brought them there and they're like, okay, bonus kill. And it happens to be on GH and your
Dyer's
carry,
top
which is
tower
huge.
is under
And
attack.
just unfortunate. I don't know who called that because IO relocates are a team decision, but it just results in such an unfortunate situation for Team Nigma.
Well, that is given a little bit of new life here to Team Liquid, and Miracle, he's got the Aghanim Scepter done now. Can try and go for these sort of spread out plays, but how close are we now to BKB for Taiga? He's about 1,000 gold away.
This'll come in handy.
This game, it feels like it's going to go the distance.
I think so too. I think this is going to be a long one. There's actually one more Black Hole BKB cancel for Enigma this game. It's actually TA's Meld Strike. TA actually gets a lot of range, so we might see that come into play because I agree. It doesn't look like either team can equal an advantage in this game, really. I mean, the 2 cores on Nigma are really farmed, but Liquid in general, their net worth is a very strong, like, fundamental middle.
Gotta be careful here on mind control.
Hold it!
The solar bind, the slowdown.
Radiant's middle
spears,
tower
get
is under
separation.
attack.
That ward scouts all of the movement in this direction. And after they eliminate Blast,
Miracle's double go.
thinking about turning on this. Mickey, gotta be careful. Backs away. Mind Control has Blink back up if he wants to go. Ooh, good Glimmer Cape keeping Mickey alive. Sharpshooter also off the mark. Nice reaction there to not give up any other heroes.
It's so much minus armor. Just the double meld plus Desolator. I wonder if he's going to take the extra meld minus armor, seeing as how like Miracle makes a lot of plays. Normally you like almost always get the meld dispels, but I mean it takes off Enigma Keel, some Solar
Dire's
Press,
bottom tower is
Solar
under
Blind.
attack.
Yeah,
But-
Blinding Light.
He almost killed Mickey in like 3 hits there. If he had another 6 minus armor, I think Mickey dies there.
It's going to be something to watch for, as you know. Oftentimes obviously you sort of get that bonus when you're in the Wukong's command, but that's sort of the nature of this TA build, right?
Dire are
Is that
scanning.
you're always going to be potentially open for attack if you just don't have the vision around you. Taiga up top, looking for something here maybe. Gets down a ward. Only scouts out right there. Needs to kill off those trees first. But they do spot ILTW and IO, but they're not going to go for anything. TP's back to the rest of the team. You can feel the tension though in this game. It's really on a knife's edge.
Yeah, it really is. And I feel like a bit of a missed opportunity with that ward. The Luna and the Wisp were close
Dire's
enough, and I
bottom
think
tower
Razor
is
could have
under
made it to
attack.
connect if they had started running earlier.
Dire's structures
But-
are fortified.
They do back all, and they have a really good read on the map for Nigma right now. They had top lane pushed in all the way because Luna got his Manta illusions. Bot lane, Mind Control was straight up just hitting a tier 2 on Mars. And Miracle, he's just controlling a lot of the vision this game with his traps. It's not easy for Liquid to go for these moves, and they're going for the smoke. This is also a bit desperate because your lanes are bad. They need to connect right away or it's going to be scouted out.
Looking for it. LTW back behind that tier
Dire's
1
bottom
tower.
tower
That would have
is
been a
under
perfect
attack.
opportunity. But you can see, oh, he passes by the ward though. They're going to spot him now. Do they decide to go back up that direction? Looks like they're looking for more, but you can see down bottom. Nigma feeling very confident with themselves. They're going to take this tier 2 tower and I mean,
Dire's
this liquid
bottom
smoke,
tower
we'll
has
see if it
fallen.
connects or not, but
There's a lot of vision for Radiant.
yeah, and the smoke wears off now. They're walking into the vision that they have on the side of Team Nigma and gonna jump forward. They break down the tree.
Dire's
It's
bottom
really the
tower
play that they
is
want to
under
go for,
attack.
though. Seeing if they can find this finish on a Mickey. Engaging
Radiant's
in this fight.
middle
Mind Control
tower
now
is
in a little
under
bit of
attack.
trouble as ILTW goes in for the
Dire's
relocate.
top
Where's
tower
Taiga?
is under
From the
attack.
side. Curls right on top. Mind Control
Dominating.
anything else left. Black hole onto nothing.
Dominating.
Taiga can't connect, and Nigma just
For
played
heresies
that
unknown,
perfectly.
the temple decreed your
Mega
He's just
kill.
relocating
Double
LTW
kill.
after the timer out. And honestly, I talk about black hole counters. I completely forgot about the Wisp. I don't know. I don't see this hero that much, but it is one of the best saves versus black hole in the late game. And there, you know, at the end of relocate, you just bring your target back with you, whoever's tethered, even if you're stunned or used or whatever disabled. And they're not done yet. They're going.
Looking for more. No black hole available.
Unstoppable.
You get the
Dire's turret has been killed.
Handboy could do this all on his own. Trying to bring down one. They have the boxy in there. Actually break through the refraction. Miracle.
Dire's
Low.
middle
Oh, he
tower
gets
is
out.
under attack.
Dude, that sonic projection so good. Turns now on to Boxy, trying to finish him off. He's just tickling him. It's not going to be enough to find that kill. But yeah, the relocate away from the black hole, so solid. And proven to be the answer that they need.
That was
Dire's
sort of like
middle
the
tower
BKB
is
we're
under
doing.
Dire's
But
middle tower
they're taking
has
these fights,
fallen.
and all 3 of their cores, I mean, I consider Enigma a core, so 3 out of the 4 cores have gone for the B. Oh, they call
Dire's
Koikba
top
in.
tower is
Oh,
under
good
attack.
score set though. Insania saving Koikba. Turning now, trying to get him. Is he low enough? Yule Scepter afterwards there. And
Utterly
he's
sick.
but they couldn't
You
take
never
care of
could.
Miracle, who
Sick.
comes in, cleans up. They have buyback on these heroes, but you don't want to have to use it.
All of a sudden, it's a 7k gold lead from Team Nigma, and they're knocking on the base here. They still have Mars Arena. They have their BKB on Mars back up.
Oh,
They
Dire's
want it.
bottom tower
Looking
is
for
under
it.
attack.
Nigma, they're up 7,000 gold right now. And trying to take down something here. Another 4th staff keeping Boxy all fine and dandy. Sharpshooter not going to connect onto anybody. And Liquid, they managed to hold their high ground.
And Miracle, he did go for that meld armor reduction at level 20. And you can even see during that play, he was setting up mid in case anyone tried to push out that lane. I would like to see him leave a trap in the fountain just so you don't have to TP back at all. He did have to expend his TP last time. But it's a small thing considering he just jumps into Roshan and can start.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They
attack.
recognize this. Oh, Taige is 30 seconds away from Black Hole. They're moving over this direction already. The rest of Nigma is here. Kuro there to try and break the smoke. They jump on him though right at the start. Find that kill. Nigma, do they want to tempt fate? They have Arena, they have BKB thinking about it. Black Hole off cooldown 15 seconds. They're buying back
Dire's
now.
bottom
This is
tower
the fight
is
right here
under
for Nigma.
attack.
If they can make it happen. Jump forward, tries to get the back line, but the BKB comes out for Big A. Quakeba tries to get the link off, not going to connect. They could jump now with BKBs down low, but there's still one more BKB available. That's really important. Taiga in the back lines.
Dire's bottom tower
ready
has
now.
fallen.
Nigma, where are they going to go to? They have
Dire's
relocate
bottom
also.
barracks are
Roche
under
doing up that
attack.
sharpshooter. Roche down. 2,000 HP. Slowly but steadily, they're trying to get this. Where is the opening? Wukong's command is now down. And
Roshan has fallen into the pit. Dire's bottom barracks has
what
fallen.
a play. Liquid with the call out.
Miracle actually took bot racks during that. He identified that they could not fight Roshan. So despite Liquid being up down 8k gold, they get to Roshan. And the compensation is, you're taking bot racks. I don't know who comes out ahead in that. I think Liquid are happy, to be honest. You have to be happy because Aegis is your win condition. The other counter to Black Hole that exists in every Dota game is just have a second life.
True enough.
So now that they only have one life on Team Nigma, I mean, buybacks aside, which is also good for Black Hole.
We're finding a lot of counters to Black Hole.
Nah, it's. I mean, they're like not real counters, so right? Like the real counter is he uses Black Hole and you drop your Warlock Rock and he just leaves. But there are like counterplays I can say to it. And Aegis is one of the best ones. And now that they don't have it, you can sort of commit in with this Black Hole. Hopefully get 2 cores so that Iron
Dire's
can't
structures
relocate
are fortified.
both of them
The
out.
hidden ones have
And
blessed
win a fight
me.
that way. It's a glimmer of hope from Liquid from that play.
There's some problems here, definitely, that they're going to have to address, though. Like you mentioned, this sort of game plan that we're seeing from Nigma this looks quite strong over the last couple of minutes. Insania was, I think, the one that picks up that Aghanim shard, so they've got the recall now.
Oh, they gave it to Taiga actually.
Okay,
Insania bought his own because recall is really good, but now they have that. Maybe you're black holing, GH goes to save zone, and the shard pulls him in. It's a surprisingly good shard.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
And it sort of still is, but it's actually quite strong.
Something to watch for. Also picking up that Shadow Amulet afterwards. Interesting. Taiga.
Okay, so he knows that Nigma. I almost said Team Miracle, but like maybe it is. He knows that Nigma are just going to push base. So how he can set up for a good black hole is he can sort of just shadow amulet near his Raxes. There won't be sentries because you still have that tower and just blink in and get this unexpected black hole. It's like a better smoke effectively.
Well, looks like we have reset again. 9,000 gold lead for Nigma, but that matters significantly less than what type of map control you got. And look at them, they also have the Rax pushing in constantly down bottom. Miracle is getting set up here a little bit.
He's constantly doing this. And now the double meld, that's minus 28 armor. Even if Timbersaw
Radiant's
is on max
top tower
stats, he might
is
get
under
sold to
attack.
Olivia.
Monkey King, broken, Glimmer, backs away. Shot comes out, Lucent Beam afterwards, creating a little bit of separation. Looks like they are going to back away again. Now, they do have Miracle, obviously, the ability to get anywhere on the map right now. But Liquid going to sit here and
Invisibility
pressure around this side of the map. All right, 4 heroes.
Look,
Radiant are scanning.
Look at the trap coverage bottom, though.
Yeah.
He just has traps everywhere. And this game is interesting because Liquid also have a global mechanic in the recall, right? So your normal TA Aghanim's pressure / relocate pressure, it's not quite as impactful as it normally would be.
Again, up top, LTW flirting around with him here. Taiga's still staying in biz.
Smoke up from Nigma, behind their Luna, who gets some night vision.
Okay, Taiga Going to blink away. The rest of Liquid need to be careful. Has blink on cooldown. Form tries to find a BKB turnaround. Taiga drops down that midnight pulse. Mickey there right on top of him, raining the mana from mind control.
There's no Timbersaw. They really want to cancel in here. They have the global potential from TA, so she's going to be able to push out any lane they need her to.
Hanging out there up on a cliff for a moment, blinks down afterwards, and look at this. Liquid recognizing that inherent danger, they back up all the way to their fountain basically. And oh, look at the item that they got. Taiga picks up the ninja gear.
That's a good one.
What a bounty!
That has to be the best tier 4 for Enigma. It's not usually that highly sought after in terms of the tier 4s, but it's really good on Enigma this game. Just being able to get that surprise jump onto your opponent.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We saw part of the reason
Dire's
as
courier
Foxy's
has
courier's
been
gonna go
killed.
down. That was his Aeon disc. But I think that part of the thing that we're seeing here too is like
Radiant's top
when
tower
Miracle
is
and
under
LTW
attack.
were that close together, you catch both of them in the black hole. That's like 50k net worth that's just gone because they can't do anything. And they're still incredibly farmed. We'll have to see what the team fight looks like if they don't get
Dire's
caught by the
top
black hole.
tower
But it
is
feels
under
like
attack.
Taiga
Are
each and
scanning.
every time has just been able to be there on point.
I like what you just said though, actually, about the net worth being gone. Because if you look at Liquid's heroes, like even some Ayaskadi on Monkey King, some Blinding Light, you know, the Razor Static Link, a lot of their heroes, they just reduce how effective the net worth is coming off from the Enigma heroes. Even like, you know, Halberd, Hex, they're just going to disable their way through and sort of sustain these fights. I mean, if the game goes long enough, I think it's very hard for Nigma's heroes to fight into Team Liquid's. Just a combination of Monkey King, Razor, and Enigma late game. I think it just outscales Luna TA, and they know this. That's why they're smoking up. They're not desperate, but they understand that there's some pressure for them to make moves. They want to get map control at least before this third Roshan.
And the way to do that is get all those lanes pressured out. Of course, Nigma does have black hole back up again.
Oh.
Trying to queue up that refresher.
I love these random bushwhacks from Kuroki, just into the
Right.
trees. He almost caught Mickey there. I don't think it would have been a good fight, but it's good. It's like a good thing to think about. You know, make Mickey feel a bit of fear.
Smoke up now. Foxy, again, not in it, but can obviously relocate afterwards once the fight starts to begin. Blink back
Don't mind if I
afterwards
do.
from Miracle as well. He's going to retreat. 2 minutes until Roche is going to respawn while Liquid are hunting.
It's a very tense period of time because Liquid, they want to sit back here, I think. a bit.
Dire's top
Or
tower
they would
is
want
under
to sit
attack.
back here a bit. You'll get your 25 and 1 can chill a bit. But they don't have any real way of scouting Roshan. Meanwhile, there's just going to be a TA trap in there chilling. And you sort of have to maintain control over this area, Team Liquid.
Ward placed down by Kuro. They spot Quakeva as he heads out that other direction. The wraparounds walks into vision yet again. We didn't really talk about it a ton, but Boxy's sheepstick was really imperative for finding that kill onto the TA a little bit earlier. And after Courier goes down, won't have that Aeon disc, but looking to get it soon here. As Miracle will keep that pressure out on all the lanes. Finishes off the Swift Blink. Both for mainly Liquid, the map very dark right now. They have these 2 wards, one of them right on top of where the outpost is, and the other one down the mid lane a little ways. But it's definitely, like you said, hard for them to get any type of a vision out here, as Miracle's waiting right on top of one of his traps, ready to go with the meld strike if somebody walks up here.
Miracle, he's actually opted to go for the Swift Link. He does not have a BKB or an MKB against the Blinding Light of Kodo. However, he picked up the nice little flicker item,
Dire's
which he spells
courier
that for
has
him.
been
Maybe
killed.
able to get him outside that monkey
Dire's
ring
top tower
or
is
static
under
link. I mean, I
attack.
talk about flicker as this really strong item a lot.
Dire's
But I
structures
think it's
are
even better
fortified.
than normal this game. There's just so much you can disengage from. We might see him dodge a black hole with a flicker this game.
Or, you know, the random element to it. We might see him
Or-
flicker into a black hole.
That is true. That's a good point. In Flicker, it's easy to see all these like insane positives to it, but you're right. The wrong one, maybe you're a bit further into the static link, or you cliff yourself and you just lose your team the game.
Possibility. Never know. But this gold lead, every time that the state is just sort of passive, it's Nigma that are starting to build back up that lead again.
RTW, he does have his BKB finish, and I think you're right. They just have
Isn't
more of the map
that
to play with just
competitive?
because of his angle from TA, you know, the nature of the lineup with the Wisp relocate and the Manta from Luna. And Luna, RTW, he does have the BKB finish right now. Don't think there's any specific new timing that Nigma wants to look for now. They're basically just looking for the best fight
Radiant
they can get.
are
Hoodwink has
scanning.
picked up a basher, so he can bash the
Dire's
Nigma
middle
during the
tower
back.
is under attack.
Okay, all right.
That's I don't know.
Dude.
Maybe it's good.
10% chance.
Which on the Kuro though.
Right on top of him. He's in trouble. Curl dead. They buy back. Foxy jumps in quick, but trying to turn that on to Luna, see if they can find that finish. Will to get him away for the moment. Coming back in just a second as they heal back up. ILTW. Are Liquid gonna give up this area of the map? There's creeps currently going into the tier 4s of Liquid. Bushwhack connecting now on Foxy. Mind control spear going to connect. Where are they going next? Miracle is still pushing out the other lanes, pushing in mid. Up to the north, Taiga still scouting out this area. They need to send somebody to deal with this, but trying to connect the quick one with the Hex afterwards. They're on to Miracle here. While the jump forward trying to find the kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's doing so much now.
Killing spree.
And he dies in the ring. GA wasn't able to get to him. Now the turn, looking to find something else here. Miracle trying to bring him down. Mid-game right on top. To jump away. Okay, mind control right on top of him. Silence. Is it going to be enough?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now on to Miracle mid-game. He eventually dies. Has a buyback, and he uses it now. Miracle surviving, doing so much with those sideways. And Sadia is chased down.
Trusted with the light once more.
Dire's middle tower is under
Afterwards,
attack.
coming from that boundless strike, and LTW, he's now moving in. His thoughts about how this fight has gone is one by one. They can do it all alone. I don't think so. Dead for 2 minutes, and they have a Luna. This could get ugly. Oh my
Dire's
God,
middle tower is under attack.
I think they did. Some insane outplays coming out from Nigma. You know, one of the
Dire's
counterplays in
middle
Black Hole,
tower
he black
has
holes all your
fallen.
kills. You just buy back. Now Taiga has no black hole and your drone's getting him.
Insane
Dire's
fight
middle
from
tower has
Miracle,
fallen.
who managed to, I think,
Killing spree.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's ancient is under attack.